Dear YouTube, we have extreme burnout. Please do something about it. The harsh truth is that if you have ever posted a video on this platform, if you're a high achieving creator and you actually have a business behind your YouTube channel, you 99% most likely have experienced this thing called burnout. It is extremely real. I've had this discussion with countless amounts of fellow YouTubers who have gone through burnout over and over and over again, including myself. I've made several videos about it. I've made a video called I'm Done. YouTube algorithm, you suck. I win, you lose, and really the algorithm kind of won. I've left a channel of 212,000 subscribers. A lot of you watching this video have been very aware with my problems with YouTube burnout. So here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna open up the discussion and talk about some strategies to help you move forward and most importantly, reduce the burnout and get back up on your feet the next time that it comes. Please let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced burnout before. Type burnout in the comments and let's get going with this first tip. I'm just gonna talk about these in no particular order as they come up for me. And I want to dive into this particular topic first of pigeonholing yourself with your YouTube channel. I know a lot of professional YouTubers who, leverage YouTube to run traffic and generate leads to their business. And they tend to talk about very dominant topics that help bring a lot of views and subscribers to their channel. And so what happens is they pigeonhole themselves with the algorithm. I've actually done this to my channel as well. And what happens is every single month or even quarterly or whatever it is, you can see the analytics and you can see which video is bringing you the most amount of subscribers. It's likely the same video that is bringing you the most amount of watch time, etc., etc. And naturally you're like, oh, let me just make another one because this video was so hot. Let me make it again so that I can get some more viralness and I can get another winning video on my channel. And that's all good and all, but the problem is now YouTube's like, now that's all we want from your channel is this one or, these one or two topics and that's it. And that's kind of the root, a lot of what I see of these professional creators out there. They're like, man, I'm only known for Adobe Photoshop tutorials and my channel wants to see nothing else. And so the solution to this, I believe, is making sure you're broadening the topics and the pillars of your channel. This is going to be tough because what's going to happen is your videos are not going to perform that well kind of over and over, right? You're going to get videos that are 4 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 10 out of 10, and you're going to be like, WTF. What is going on? But eventually what you're doing is you're demanding of the algorithm to broaden your videos a little bit more, right? As opposed to like just pounding and pounding and pounding the same topics over and over, which definitely causes extreme burnout. And really this also spirals into the lack of creativity because creators, right? As creators, creating literally means to create something new. And if we're talking about the same things over and over, it's literally defeating the purpose and it's just not, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't serve anyone, right? And so this is something I definitely blame the algorithm for, right? Because it's like, telling us what to create and it's not giving us a second chance to prove that our channels are creating incredible content in so many other categories. And so later I'll talk about what I think YouTube should do about this. But the next thing I wanted to talk about that'll help greatly reduce your burnout and your stress and whenever you get creator and video production block is having strong systems, habits, and routines behind your channel. Now, what you really need to do is focus on developing your own ecosystem, okay? Because when we talk about ecosystem, it's like, remember back in grade school when we learned about the ocean's ecosystems and how they're all regenerative and they're cyclical and they, make all the rain and everything go together. It's the same thing with your YouTube channel and the business that you have behind your channel. It has to constantly serve you and be cyclical in what you're doing. You are the one that's orchestrating this ecosystem, and it has to fit. It has to work into your life. You really have to figure out how to incorporate YouTube, one, in the least amount of time in your life, and two, find the systems that work, right? Make sure you have a strong management tool behind the channel. You have something that allows you to video track what the heck is going on. And the other thing is you want to make sure you're time blocking and giving yourself the least amount of time to film videos. Why? Because it's Parkinson's law, right? The less time you give yourself to do an activity, the faster you will get it done because work basically expands for the amount of time that you get it. And that's exactly exactly why back in college, when you had a whole semester to write a thesis, you wrote it 3 days before the final due date, right? Because you had all this time. So if you want to learn more about this and structuring and systemizing behind your channel, I highly recommend downloading the blueprint right up here. We have a 6-step blueprint that talks about how you can run your YouTube channel and manage it in just half the time. Definitely check out that blueprint. It'll be the first link in the description. Another huge one is the crazy demand for brand deals. It's overwhelming, right? And this one I could definitely identify with, because for those of you creators out there who have 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 plus, you know that our inbox is going crazy with brand deals trying to pay us to do a video, and it's just absolutely insane. And first of all, I don't think majority of YouTube creators out there are charging enough for brand deals. And the second thing is it's extremely demanding to have the creative space to promote somebody else's product, especially if it's a dedicated video. So if you have 100,000 subscribers or more, you should definitely be charging minimum $3,500 to $4,000 per dedicated video, probably more than that, okay? Because it's what makes me upset about this is brands think that creators, we just have all this time to be creating videos and we don't have lives, businesses, and other things going on behind the channel. So doing a brand deal for someone takes away from revenue coming to our business, first of all, and your business. It costs you time personally to script, creatively integrate the material for your audience, to learn the tool if you have to demonstrate something on the computer, to film it, to have you edit it or your editing team, and to make it a nice production. And what people don't understand, or companies and sponsors, they don't understand, like, they have to pay a big upfront fee for that, regardless of how many views the video gets. Because it's not like they go to Facebook ads and say, oh, Facebook ads, can I get 10,000 views for free? Like with no upfront, no, you have to pay for every single view you get with Facebook ads. And on top of that, you have to do the video ad campaigns yourself. So it's really crazy to me when brands don't have the budget to pay creators what they deserve. It absolutely blows my mind, because after that, they're also getting very warm and targeted traffic from the people that view the brand deal sponsorship. And so in that regard, to decrease the burnout with brand deals and stuff, have boundaries. If you feel like just deleting an email from a brand, do it. Delete. Have more boundaries, charge more, charge what you're worth, and don't charge any less. The other thing that you can do that is really fun is you can have another creator on the channel with you. Like on this channel, Subscribers to Sales, there are 3 of us creators. There's myself, Dawn, and Elizabeth, and we all have something special to bring to the table, different expertises and different ways of explaining things. So that would be cool if you think you're ready to have another creator come and create on the channel. Or if you don't want to do that, one thing you can do is do interviews on your channel. So you could still be doing the intro and the outro of the videos, but the main content will be you interviewing somebody else on a relevant topic for your audience. And that helps reduce the stress greatly for content creation and kind of gives you a break, because somebody else is doing the content for you essentially, and it's a win-win situation. So you could maybe incorporate 2 to 4 of those types of videos on your channel, and the other bonus of that is that it is a more long-form piece of content. The next thing you can do to greatly reduce your burnout is to stop holding on to tasks for way too long. You are probably doing things over and over and over, like creating the thumbnails, or still optimizing your videos, or posting to your community tab, or doing post optimization, or literally anything besides filming. If you are doing anything besides filming, it's time to outsource. Like, you definitely can outsource a channel manager and an editor behind the channel. It's what I call the high performance team, so that they can be doing the growth strategies for your channel 24/7. You really need to be able to have that space to be creative, to show up epically on camera. And after a while, you really can't balance managing the channel, doing any graphic design or editing or any of that. It's overwhelming, and it can really add up to 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week if you're not careful. You really just want to be doing this and creating content in just 2 hours a week. That is it. And in that song, I forgot how it goes. I forgot what it's called. It's like, scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money. really it's true, because if you're scared to hire, if you're still having the limiting beliefs that hiring is an expense rather than an income producing asset, that is the wrong mindset, and you definitely have to reframe and hire. Because if you don't, you're going to be in this spiral of burnout where it's not even necessary. And for those of you who may be thinking, oh, I may lose money, it's expensive, I have to pay for them month by month, oh, I don't know how to hire, what if I hire the wrong person? All of those things are legit, and more than likely you will hire the wrong person, because newsflash, there's no hire that's going to stay on your team forever. It's just impossible. People will come and go, and that's okay, but you just need to get the ball rolling and practice, because that one incredible hire and that one incredible person on your team is going to make all the difference. You're going to be able to buy back so much of your time and be able to be creative and stop being so damn burned out. Another thing I found extremely helpful with burnout is talking to other YouTubers, talking to other creators that feel exactly what you're going through. Hey, if you want to talk to me, let me know in the comments. Let's have a virtual coffee. Okay, I'll send you my calendar and we can chat. We can chat about it, because this has helped me so much. I mean, there's literally been so many times where I've called different business owners, different creators and YouTubers, and be like, what is going on? Like, I'm so stressed. Like, and they're like, yeah, me too, and blah, blah. And if you talk it out, it's just, you guys just feel so much better, right? Because you can identify, and you can identify with what's going on behind the scenes, and talk mess about the YouTube algorithm and take out all your frustrations. But yes, definitely, I mean, being an entrepreneur is hard in its own, and having a YouTube channel is hard as well. It's almost like having two different businesses. And so when you can have virtual coffees and connect with other creators, it's so great, because we all have so much going on. But when you can just take 30 minutes and be like, hey, want to chat? Yes. And this brings me to another point where I heard this idea from the creator of Channel Makers. I forget his name, but shout out to you. Let me know if you want to have a virtual coffee. But he talks about, on his video about burnout, having a break mode on the YouTube studio. So this would be something that YouTube would need to implement, where there would basically be a switch or a toggle or something like that that would allow a creator to take a break, a month, 2 months, 3 months, without having a negative effect or a dip in their channel with views from the algorithm. Because as we all know, like, when you stop posting content for a while, especially for months at a time, your channel just goes down and down and down and disappears. But if there's a serious issue, I mean, like, when I, for example, had to take maternity leave, or if you get sick or whatever happens, and there's an emergency and you have to not be around for a while, I think it's totally valid that you should be able to take a break. And of course, for mental health, it's like, we need breaks. Creators need breaks. And this is a totally brilliant idea that I think he had. And I hope YouTube really does do something for creators' mental health. It is totally essential. We are not robots, and we just cannot pump out 2 to 3 videos every single week for years and years after that. We're gonna need breaks. It's just the way it is. I think, spiraling off that idea, if YouTube is willing to explore this break mode option, there could even be different criteria to doing that. Like Channel Maker said, maybe it could be something where you're only allowed to take a break 3 times a year. Maybe even once a year would be nice, right? Anything. Maybe there's certain criteria you need to meet. Like, maybe you need to submit documentation for it. Like, maybe you are injured, or maybe you do have to take a paternal leave for your new baby, or maybe you do have to help a family member, or you just need, help with depression and anxiety. That is valid. A lot of us, almost all of us, if you're a human being, all of us at one point have battled with depression and anxiety, and it's, it could be hard. And so if we can prove that, hey, we're going to a therapist, we're doing the work, we just need a few weeks or, 2 months, whatever it is, let YouTube know, and they can't penalize the channel for it. I mean, there's so many, like hundreds of other videos on our channels that can be shown to our audience while we're away. And it's not fair that it doesn't get pushed to our audience. Now, if you're still with me at this point, you're amazing. Definitely make sure you stick around and watch the video that's coming up next from our fellow creator, Dawn, who talks about what to do, or actually don't do this, and make sure you watch this video before you post your very next video. That video is right here. Just click and we'll see you on her video.
Are you new to the YouTube world? Are you still trying to get your rhythm going for every single video you put out there onto YouTube? Well, before you post your next video,